anticipated ever since the Star Wars Battlefront 2 game came out for the PS2 and the Xbox in 2005. I don't even know when the fucking game came out. Ever since this game was released, everybody went shit crazy over it, expecting huge battles and 64-player maps with a whole array of different planets and eras to choose from, including the Clone Wars and everything like that. But guess what? We got none of that. Absolutely none of it. Instead, we got a half-assed game based on the original trilogy, which basically gave us mediocre maps and really, really shitty multiplayer. At first, I was a really big fan of this game, and I played it endlessly until there was eventually nothing else to do. Just like any other game, you gotta have a certain point where there is nothing else to do, but really, a month after the game's release, I had already have everything. And look at this, okay. We are going to just look at some of the content, or lack thereof, that EA has given us based on this Battlefront game. Thanks for playing along with the rest of the community during the trial period. Bye-bye. Okay, so we started off with Walker Assault, Fighter Squadron, Supremacy, Blast Cargo, and Drop Zone, Hero Hunt, and Droid Run, and Heroes vs. Villains. Those game modes were pretty fun for about an hour. Then we had Turning Point, and we got Jakku, which was also fun for about 30 minutes after you realize they push the enemies back to their home base, trying to be conquest, but not. Then we got the Outer Rim, which was pretty fun, Jabba's Palace, and couple maps, and got bored of that. Bespin was pretty fun, but one fucking map. But now, Battlefront 2 comes out this November. You can already see on the cover it's got Rey, it's got Darth Maul, and it has some Spec Ops TIE Fighter pilot Stormtrooper, which we already know is the main character in the single player. Alright, just these couple of sentences that I just said to you has more content and more structure in this Battlefront game than all of this. I didn't even finish out the game and cap my player because I didn't give a shit at that moment. Do you realize what we had to go through to get all of these skins? We had to go through torturous hours and hours and hours of secondary fire and bullshit like let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Let me see. This thing. Fuck this thing, okay? This is bad. This is a bad weapon. Nobody should ever use it. And why do I have 50,000 credits? I should be spending it on new costumes, new characters, new guns, new everything. But look, 20 blasters. And they all look pretty good. But this fucking thing, fuck this thing. And this thing. I don't like any of these guns, really. Though this is pretty good. What? Okay, I understand. You want to make the game balanced, and you don't want the guns to be too overpowered or too underpowered. But really, why the fuck does this thing do all the way damage, but it has no range? Maybe you made it a little bit in the middle. Maybe your rate of fire could be down, range could be halfway up, and damage could just be a little bit higher than the range, or the cooling power can be all the way down. Oh my god. But enough about this game and its shameful, neon-numb-faced Duros, Rodian, Zabrak. Okay, that was really the only hint at Clone Wars because of Darth Maul. Couldn't even change the skin of these fucking aliens. You were stuck with Japanese, Chinese, Asian, American black faces with beards to choose from, and that was it. And then they give us this little nice addition to the Bespin DLC, which should have been there since day one, but really, it's really unnecessary. And considering that they didn't make a male counterpart to it, it just makes me fucking want to die. And then they thought it would be better by making our Quarren a fucking Bespin guard. Or an X-Wing pilot, which doesn't really matter. rebel officers. That would be cool. Now let's look at this. Let's look at this, okay? Quarren. Yep, that's a Quarren under there. And that's an X-Wing pilot, so yeah. I understand you wanted to make the female and male counterpart. I actually like that a lot. But really? Really? And then here's the last one. Here's the last suit. We're supposed to cap out our character with level 100, and guess what? We'll get that. We will get that suit that is basically the same as all the other Scarif characters. If I just wanted to play as a Scarif trooper without the blue and the white, I could just hop on Scarif. But enough about this game, please. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is coming out, and this game already we can tell has more content than anything in this game will ever have. New unlockable hero skins. New... oh my god, new everything. Clone Wars, especially Clone Wars. That is going to be amazing. You already see in the trailer. You saw the gameplay. Everybody's seen the gameplay by now. It is basically my childhood just jizzed all over my computer screen. That's what happened there. My childhood just yeah. But god damn it. We see some new heroes such as Rey, Kylo Ren, Darth Maul, Yoda. We saw Boba Fett and Han Solo already in the game. And it seems that you can mix trilogies, like play as Boba Fett while you're fighting alongside the battle droids, or something. Oh my god, it looks so good. After you guys watch this video of me just slaughtering AI bots, go to that video right now and just please, please, please just watch the shit out of it. This game was good for a while. It did have its ups and downs. It had its really shitty guns, its really overpowered secondary fire, and the stupid star cards, and the hero pickups, and the vehicle pick. Oh my god, fuck, this game sucked. Other than that, the visuals were excellent, and everything was pretty good. But as we see, it is only multiplayer based. This game is literally just multiplayer based, aside from the survival missions and the battles and the little, oh, you kill a guy and he drops a coin and you get 100 coins and you win the match. Okay, fuck that. And you have your little skirmish, which basically reenacts what you wanted to do in multiplayer, but instead got fucked by orbital strike. And I'm not complaining, you know, lack of single player. Actually, yeah, I am complaining. Lack of single player, because I hate online multiplayer. You want to know why? It's not because I'm not going to make a bullshit excuse. I suck at PvP. I suck at every single game PvP. Titanfall, you know, Dark Souls, everything. You name it, I suck so bad at it. And I would rather, you know, For Honor, too. Don't forget For Honor. I fucking suck at that PvP. But, you know, other than that, I just want to have fun with the game. I don't want to completely worry about how many times I'm dying, you know, my kill streaks or my KD. I just want to play the game. When we were playing Star Wars Battlefront, when we were back in the old days with the PS2 and the Xbox, we didn't have to worry about how many times we died, because we knew that we just kicked ass all across the battlefield, no matter what happened. And especially when you picked up that hero ability, what it said, do you want to play as this hero? And then all of a sudden you had a fucking Darth Maul pickup. Oh my god, forget it. The game was basically over at that point. You dominated the entire battle. That's what this second Battlefront feels like. It feels like now you are going to actually have just a sliver of what you used to have when you were playing the other game. I mean, the game looks great. This game looks fantastic, but looks aren't everything in a game that is so overrated. You know, sure, everything is screen accurate, and they put so much attention to detail in this game. It was great, but then, you know, the looks kinda. You see, this shit I don't like. I don't want to be pissed off while I'm playing a single player. I don't want to be pissed off at a glitch, a small glitch that now it's been a year since they patched it. I have to wait until the second fucking checkpoint before I can do another hero. not a system that works, and nobody likes it, which is why they're changing it in Star Wars Battlefront 2. I swear to God, when November rolls around and everybody picks up a copy of that game, nobody's going to be playing this game anymore, because literally this game is just... This game is literally just a sliver of Star Wars Battlefront 2. This is basically the demo version of Star Wars Battlefront 2. As I said before, we have clones, battle droids, First Order, and we have the original trilogy, which no one really wants the original trilogy, or at least to play it for a while now, because this is just, this is literally that. But shit, guys, you gotta see that trailer for yourself. I'm literally sitting here in disbelief that now we are going to be playing as the clones, because so many people ranted and raved over the Clone Wars, but EA just wasn't giving it up. No one really knew why. You know, they were saying that they were staying far away from the Clone Wars trilogy, but I guess, you know, they just... Something clicked in their head and that little light bulb went off, and they were like, hey, maybe we should put the clones in, strictly because people want that shit, and we are not going to sell this next game if we don't include the clones. People were really mad at that for a long time. I mean, they came out with the expanded stories, kind of, in this game. They came out with Rogue One, which isn't really strictly the original trilogy, because it's kind of right after the Revenge of the Sith, but it wasn't the same. And the heroes sucked. They really did. Like, Jyn Erso I didn't mind, but Krennic, really, you couldn't find any other guy. Well, maybe Krennic was okay, but yeah, it just felt boring. It was really, really boring. The maps were the same, everything was the same. They didn't have day or night cycles like they do in Battlefield, where it doesn't even have any variation or anything. And I hope that they do this in the next Battlefront. Have the same classic maps from this game. Like Endor, I wouldn't mind if this map was just the same, because they have the night version when you're playing Heroes vs. Villains or something, and then they also have, you know, Survivors on Endor, which is not bad. You know, but just like, I don't know, like the maps were kind of boring in this game after a while, which they just kept coming out with more and more and more maps, but you had to pay for them. Also, what I'm getting next is that free DLCs. Oh my god, could it be EA, the cash-grabbing, you know, corporation of video games that is infamous for selling ridiculously priced season passes for DLCs that are just mediocre at best. And everybody keeps buying it. I bought the shit out of the last season pass because I was stupid and I didn't know what EA was capable of. Because I thought Battlefield 4 was pretty good. But then I bought Hardline. Oh my god. Battlefield Hardline, I can't even, yeah, I'm not gonna go there. But, seriously, the season pass, I couldn't tell the difference between the base game and the season pass, because, I don't know, I saw no reward in paying the extra $50 for that. I saw no reward in it. I don't want to feel like that when I'm playing a game that I paid extra for so I can have extra stuff. You know, free DLC, we're all going to be able to download it for free, and we're all going to have the same opportunity as everybody else. No more free trial weekends for the fucking Bespin DLC, because everybody wants to play Bespin DLC, but nobody has $50 or $20 to hand over to EA so we can just play a fucking map in a new game mode and have 2 new heroes and a couple new guns that nobody gives a shit about. So at least that's good. Nobody is going to have to sit there and say, oh man, I wish I could play on Naboo, or I wish I could play on Mustafar. Shit, I don't have enough money. Which is really good. Probably going to have more lightsaber heroes, which I really hope we do, because having just Luke and Vader sucked balls. It did suck balls really bad. I mean, like, when you're running through a battlefield and you're just getting hammered by people with guns all around you, and you're like, shit, can I just fight somebody with a lightsaber just for once, please? I mean, you have Han Solo with his lucky shot that can literally take out half of your health as Vader, or whether you're Dengar and you're Luke Skywalker, and you're like, haha, I got you, Dengar, but then he comes out with his Hurricane Slam, smashes everybody and kills everybody, including you. You're Luke Skywalker with 100% health, and you get hit once and you're dead by Dengar's Hurricane Slam. Really? Or Leia with her Trooper Bane shot that literally goes through Vader's block. Oh my god, that was annoying as fuck. Like, if I'm playing with Darth Vader, I want to kill some rebels and then run into a hero with a lightsaber. And then go, oh shit, it's on! And then have an awesome classic duel, kind of like in For Honor, but not as structured and organized as, like, okay, here is the left button, here's the right button, here's the up button. Like, I want it to be fluent, but I don't want it to be just, like, I want it to be chaotic. A little bit. Which I think they are going to have more lightsaber characters, so we can have those duels and those lightsaber battles that we've always had when we were playing on Star Wars Battlefront 2. Everybody had those. You remember the Mos Eisley, that Assault game mode where you could be all the heroes, and 90% of the heroes in that game mode was Jedi, and you were just going at it, you were going ham, and it was so fucking fun. You didn't want the game to end, even though the Jedi always won. It didn't matter because you guys were having fun and everything like that. And in this game, we have heroes versus villains. Oh my god. Basically what Mos Eisley Assault was trying to do, but failed miserably at because the heroes were just so bad. Vader was fine. Luke was fine. But everybody else had guns. Emperor Palpatine didn't even have a lightsaber, which I kind of get because, you know, they're trying to stick to the classic, you know, Palpatine didn't have a lightsaber. But really? Like, his lightning barely did any damage. He was a useless hero. And still, the Jedi still win. But who cares? We're supposed to have fun. We're supposed to go at it with lightsabers and, like, where the fuck is Obi-Wan? Where's Yoda? Where's Darth Maul? Because he's technically a part of the original trilogy canon now. You know, where are the Inquisitors? Where is everybody that we want to have in the game with lightsabers? I don't want to play as Han Solo and Chewbacca and all these other characters with guns when we already have a million characters with guns. Like, shit. Like, in Star Wars Battlefront 2, they already have not General Grievous, shit. If they did, that would be awesome. But they already have Rey, Kylo Ren, and Darth Maul, and Yoda. That's 4 lightsaber heroes already. That's more than this game has doubled. Like, come on, guys. Lightsaber combat is going to be so great in Star Wars Battlefront 2, because we know that there were a lot of complaints about the clunky lightsaber combat between Vader and Luke. You know, certain moves canceled out certain moves, while other moves, and made the characters kind of stick and not move for a certain amount of time before the game kind of just kicked itself in the ass and said, wait, you're supposed to be moving, so move. I think that the lightsaber combat and everything else is going to be completely better. It's all going to be better because they realized that they kind of fucked up with this game in terms of heroes. They really did fuck up. I mean, Greedo, Nien Nunb, okay, like, they can do anything they want with any hero, and they can make them good. I mean, I did not like Greedo or Nien Nunb when they were released in the trailer. I was like, really? What the hell? Nien Nunb and Greedo? Out of all the heroes, you choose those two? Why the fuck would you choose those heroes? But then, you know, they gave them certain abilities, and they made them look so cool that everybody just liked those characters. And they could already release a hero and a villain that people already like and make them 10 times cooler. Like, shit, let's go pick up a hero pickup, because I don't want to play as a Stormtrooper anymore. Fuck, let's play as Vader. All I'm saying is that Battlefront 2 is going to be awesome. They already have a theme palace for Naboo, which people have been wanting forever, and they also want Mos Eisley too, which, if you look very closely in the Star Wars Battlefront 2 official release trailer, which was the first trailer that they came out with before they released gameplay, there was a cinematic of Luke's land speeder or a land speeder running through Mos Eisley, and it was awesome because everything just looked great. I really do hope that we have some new heroes. Like, of course I want the Emperor, Vader, Boba Fett, which is already confirmed, you know, but I also want some characters that they didn't release from the original trilogy, like the Inquisitor or Ahsoka. You know, Darth Maul could fit in there because, like I said before, he fits in... Oh shit, why did I do that? He fits in the original trilogy canon. But I also want them to focus really, really heavily on the prequels. Give us some characters with lightsabers, like Count Dooku or Anakin, Obi-Wan. Give us... Oh shit. Give us, you know, all those characters. Ventress. And I do appreciate how in the gameplay trailer, the clone troopers are voiced by the same guy who voiced the clone troopers in the animated series. And I think that's awesome because, you know, the Boba Fett voice, the guy who played as the original Boba Fett, or the second voice of Boba Fett, he's already in that. He has the voice lines as Boba Fett, and it would just kind of seem weird walking around as Boba Fett, shooting clone troopers, and they all have the same voice. Even though it makes sense, it's kind of weird with all the same voices overlapping, and you can't really tell which is Boba's, which is not. So that's cool. But I would also like them to have Jango with the same voice actor as Boba Fett, just so that it will make sense like that. But oh shit, is our AT-AT really gonna die? I have not been focusing on anything other than talking about this game and Stormtrooper combat. But anyway, yeah, that's basically my spiel about Star Wars Battlefront 2. I really hope also that they have new vehicles, because really it was not fun playing as the Rebels with no tanks. They had X-Wings and Y-Wings, and Y-Wings, A-Wings and shit. That was fun, right? I mean, yeah, those Imperial guys, they had AT-STs literally stomping flying vehicles in there, and they also have flying vehicles like TIE Fighters, TIE Interceptors, tanks. That would be awesome. We already saw in the trailer that clone troopers have those little walking things. They're kind of like AT-STs, but they're smaller and they're a little bit faster because they can run. And they also have I think they have like these speeders or whatever. You saw in a little clip on Hoth, you saw a clone trooper riding by with a speeder, and in the first trailer you saw some guy riding a Tauntaun. A fucking Tauntaun! We get to ride Tauntauns in this next game? Oh, come on. Let's fucking ride a Tauntaun into the sunset and drink some blue milk already. That's what I want.
There is no defense against the dark side.
And I think you can play as the Phase 1 clone troopers, because you did see that in the trailer. I'm really speculating everything based on the trailer. I have really looked at no gameplay other than what was in the trailer, because I really want to be surprised. My first mistake when I bought or pre-ordered Star Wars Battlefront 1 is just I looked at all of the gameplay, and it kind of ruined it for me. And everything just kind of seemed normal when I was playing it. The single player sucked. But in this game, next game, we actually get a multiplayer with a pretty interesting character. She's a Spec Ops soldier, and her story begins right after the Battle of Endor, and kinda shines into The Force Awakens a little bit, but it tells everything that happened in between. She has relations with Luke Skywalker and other heroes, and she has orders or something from what seems to be Emperor Palpatine in a robotic suit, but his face is displayed on the screen as if it were like a message or something. So at this point, everybody's dead, including the Emperor. Vader's dead, so we're not going to see him anywhere in the whatchamacallit, in the campaign. But at least we get a campaign this time. We got survival missions. But then when you beat them 6 or 7 times, like, it's not really fun anymore. They both know they're gonna have little ridiculous things to do for trophies, like they do in Battlefield, like jump in midair and get a headshot, or wait, that's Overwatch, but still, they're gonna have some ridiculous objectives and secret little guns that we can pick up off the ground. You know they're probably gonna have those. Sorry about that, that was just something. But yeah, you know we're gonna have, it's not gonna just be a, oh, do this on hard mode and maybe you'll get a trophy. It's gonna be a lot bigger than that. It'll be its own game entirely. And I will find that. People have been asking for a multiplayer or a single player something, because like me, not a lot of people don't like to play multiplayer. I would rather play skirmish all day than sit in a multiplayer server and hit by secondary fire over and over and over again on a map that I paid $20 for. I did not pay $50 with my ass handed to me for an hour before I eventually get tired. You know, if they wanted to make it completely multiplayer based, at least put some AI components into this game. As into it. Like on Fighting Squad, that shit was fun solely because I could just dunk on the AI bots that were flying around, and they were so stupid, but they were also realistic in a way because they acted like humans to a certain point, but were also so dumb because they didn't get the obvious sense of what I was doing. So they died into it. Titanfall 2, which is the game by EA, had little soldiers on the ground that gave you points every time you killed them, but only half the points that you would get if you would kill a person. Like, that shit was fun because I know badass no matter what. You see, if this were multiplayer, I would have already died as well. Because people just fucking hate heroes and they always target them no matter what. Because they can deal at the most damage. I would not get the kill streak like this if I was a multiplayer. Like multiplayer. For example, he likes multiplayer because he always likes the constant diversity in players. The constant, what are you gonna do next? But I'm not a multiplayer guy. I can say for a lot of people, but at least they're gonna have, oh shit, I'm dead. At least they're gonna have some sort of single player in this game, and I really, 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 really hope that they incorporate some sort of instant action or some sort of, you know, something single player based. Before I said, you know, they should have AI components like little soldiers on the ground with you, control your own battalions and stuff, get your own little troop or squad, be able to command your squad. Guess what? You get to do that in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Oh my god, you get to use battle points, which I guess is a certain amount of points you get for killing people and doing objectives. You get battle points that you can actually spend while you're idle, I guess. So I guess you can also, you know, when you die, you can also spend it on reinforcements or different guns or maybe a vehicle and a hero. You know, a certain amount of points will give you Darth Maul, or a certain amount of points will just give you a battalion of battle droids to fight with, or clone troopers, or something AI. And that's pretty cool, I think. Some people are also bitching about the droidicas, the lack of droidicas, but we don't even know if they're not going to be in the game yet. We don't know if they're completely deconfirmed as, like, playable or not. And the different skins, oh my god. I already saw a black battle droid, and I immediately shit my pants. A black battle droid, like one of those commando droids from the Clone Wars, but not really. Oh my god! In the orange striped battle droids, those commando droids, or droid commanders, and super battle droids, and oh my god, the clone troopers with the paw guns and the fucking those little lenses that they get for like seeing Spec Ops troopers, oh my god. And they're also going to have a class system, which I guess has a certain appearance, but you can change it up a little bit because, I don't know, customization. And a certain gun and a certain ability. We already saw a heavy trooper mow down some battle droids in the trailer. God damn, it's just gonna be so fucking good, and I cannot stop watching that trailer. It's gonna be, oh my god. And I really hope that they don't have in this game either. In the next game, they're gonna have some sort of space combat, air combat, but I really hope it's not Fighter Squadron. This was fun for a while, but it's more of it's just a Star Wars Battlefront 1 type of game mode. Have something completely different in the second game. Because ever since the Death Star DLC, I've just been like, ugh, no more. Because EA was kind of a dick and didn't give us space battles for a long time, but then when they finally did, they shoved it down our throats and just put their hands up our asses, drug it out from the other side, and it really was not fun. Destroy the Star Destroyer. Oh yeah, can we go inside the Star Destroyer and destroy it from the inside out like in the second game? No. Destroy certain points of it when we feel like it. Okay, then go escort R2-D2. That was fun. I like that. Okay, what are we gonna do now? We're gonna blow up the Star Destroyer, I mean the Death Star, and we're going to completely fuck you over by making the trenches so small that you can barely go inside it, so it kind of defeats the purpose of the whole game mode. That sucked. The trenches were so small, I couldn't maneuver. It was definitely not like it was in the movies.
Break formation. Destroy them before they can get to our transport ships.
I mean, right now, we're gonna clash with the TIE fighters. We're gonna clash, and it's gonna last for a split second. Like, oh my god, you see this shit? That never happens in multiplayer, and that feels so awesome. Like, why can't they just have something like that in the next game? Or in this game? Like, why can't... oh shit. Like, obviously the AI in this game mode is a little bit harder because they think a little bit more like people, and not so much like just TIE fighters. I'm gonna completely suck because space air combat's not my thing. But I really hope that they do a good job, which I know they are gonna do a good job because it's kind of hard to fuck up the Clone Wars. It's really hard to do that. They already gave us clone troopers. Just saying that it's gonna be in the game already makes people shit their pants. Like, just as long as you don't make the game so... oh shit, somebody's already Slave 1? As long as you don't make the game so ridiculously imbalanced, like the battle droids are always gonna win on Naboo, or... shit. Or the clones are always gonna win on this. I mean, that was kind of fun in the original Battlefront. Oh shit. Knowing that one side was always gonna win, but you chose the other side anyway, just for the challenge, and then sometimes you would win, and it would give you that satisfaction of, yes, I overcame the programming odds, and I beat this shit. But when it's against real people, it's very hard, because some people play a certain way, and, you know, I don't want to be grinding only to lose on a map that was destined for a certain side to win, if that makes any sense. It kind of feels like I am all over the place in this speculation of what should not be in Battlefront 2, because I'm really excited about this fucking game, and I'm also playing the game at the same time, so my thoughts are all over the fucking place. But, goddamn, we're getting all three eras, and we even saw in a clip, we saw Death Troopers walking across a swamp. So we already know something that has something to do with Rogue One is going to be in this game. Like, goddamn! They're just throwing it at us. They're like, here, we're sorry. We're just sorry for making this game not what you thought it was going to be. So just take this, take the free DLC, take everything you want, just buy our game next time. okay? And that's exactly what they're doing. They're making up for everything. They're apologizing for the shit that they gave us to begin with. And then making us have to pay for every individual thing. Or pay for the whole thing. And wait a couple months for each individual DLC to come out. Like, do you know how long I waited for the Death Star? Like, a while, okay? I was really disappointed that it wasn't in the base game to begin with. I was like, what the fuck? No Death Star? What the hell are you guys doing here? No Death Star! Not even a Death Star 2? I mean, we saw it for a second when we looked up in the sky at Endor, but then guess what? I got blasted by secondary fucking fire. Do you know how annoying it is to get killed by secondary fire? Something that requires little to no effort, but I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to be that dick also? Jesus Christ! I'm not gonna be that dick and shoot somebody from halfway across the map with secondary fire. Oh my god! And I'm not gonna use Palpatine's chain lightning anyway. Shit, why is that even a power? Why can't I have Palpatine's lightsaber? I hope to God that if they do put Palpatine in the next game, which they sure they do, as a villain, he's an original trilogy villain. It's hard to have that game without Palpatine, knowing that you are the main bad guy and you're not going to be a part of any of the battles. You are the Emperor, yet you're not going to slash up any rebels. Maybe they won't put him in the original trilogy. Maybe they'll put him in the prequel era where he'll have a lightsaber. Playing as Palpatine against the clone troopers was amazing. They knew who you were and they were like, Chancellor, what are you doing, the clone troopers? Chancellor, oh my god, Chancellor! It was, oh god, great.
GR-75 transport made it out in time. Great job.
But if they do put the Chancellor, or the Emperor, as he was called in the original trilogy set, then please make him have more Force lightning. Don't make his lightning run out in like 10 seconds. When I am surrounded by rebels and, oh man, my lightning just ran out. What the hell? Unlimited power, right? Nope. You know, please also, if you're gonna bring back the flip move, make it do something. Don't make it just an escape tactic. Make it do something to somebody. Maybe have some lightning surrounded to stun enemies. Maybe, I don't know, whip out his lightsaber like he does in Revenge of the Sith and do something with that. I cannot stress enough, lightsaber heroes, please, we need them. There are so many lightsaber heroes that could be in the prequel era. And I swear to fucking God, if you put Padme as a playable hero and she has a generic gun with literally Princess Leia's moveset, just fucking shoot me in my face. I do not want to play as Princess Amidala. Padme, yeah.
On its way out. Shield it.
Do not have me play as Padme when I could be playing as Kid fucking Fisto. Or General Grievous. You could give me Padme. That would be nice. Or those bounty hunters from the Clone Wars. Give me fucking Ahsoka. Give me something. And also, please, can I please play as aliens, like Tusken Raiders or the Jawas? That was so fun, seriously, with the Wampas. I know the Wampas are probably not going to happen, but I'm kind of hoping for a Tusken Raider versus Jawa fight. Or a Tusken Raider versus something fight.
Our transport is safely out of firing range. Good work.
Star Wars is such a huge, expanded universe that it doesn't only have to be, like, it doesn't only have to have fights based on, like, stormtroopers, clone troopers, and battle droids. Sure, people want to play those. Those are fun. But maybe we can add a little bit more diversity, like maybe a bounty hunter versus Jedi mode, or an Order 66 mode, something other than the norm, other than stormtroopers versus rebels and battle droids versus clones. Have a Jedi versus Sith battle or something. Have something that's gonna catch your eye and make us go, huh, let's play that this time, and make it our new assault game mode. know, that's why people love the Huntos with the Wampas and the Rebels, because there was always that one side that was just going to dominate, and the other side had to do everything they could just to win. Not make it exactly like that.
Enemy shuttle escape.
Make it a little bit more balanced, but at least give us something different. I really appreciate that they've listened to the fan base. They've actually taken a look at the forums. I've had so many conversations on forums, so many conversations, so many posts that I've made saying, you know, just pitching ideas to them, saying, hey, this would be really cool. And I've gotten so much hate for some of the stuff that I said on there, simply because, you know, not everybody agrees with what I think should happen. But seriously, there's so much stuff you can put in a Star Wars game, especially a game that includes all the eras. All the eras! Literally everything in Star Wars, everything can be included. And it would not be out of place because it's all the eras. All the eras. And it's fucking awesome that they've taken the time to listen to everybody, whether they've listened to people because they were afraid that people weren't going to buy their game, or because they just genuinely care about the fan base and think that they screwed it over, which it might be a little bit of both, but I do appreciate that now they've listened and they've gotten the Clone Wars into this game, and shit, after this game, they're not done. EA has a contract for Star Wars games for the next 10 years, and I'm pretty sure we're not going to be seeing a Star Wars Battlefront 10. They're already making a new game that's basically open world, or it's kind of like a third-person action game that's kind of like borderline with the playstyle of Mass Effect and the Uncharted series. But it's gonna be Star Wars. It's gonna be our most isolated. Oh my god, I already know it's gonna be a good game. I really doubt that Force Unleashed is gonna make a comeback, or that Star Wars 13 game, or the canceled Darth Maul game. Yeah, those games are not coming back. But they're gonna have so many other games. They're gonna have new, fresh games. They already said that they were coming out with a lightsaber combat game that also is made by the same people who helped out with God of War. Or people are helping out with that game, and those people are the people who have developed God of War. God, that was a clusterfuck to say, but you get what I mean. So EA really has to be careful with what they do with this Star Wars Battlefront 2 game, because what they do now, what they release now, will affect how other people will buy their games, especially Star Wars games. I mean, Battlefield 1, Nightfall 2, sure, it's not strictly made by EA. It's helped out by other organizations and other companies, but shit, EA has the title to all those games. And Mass Effect Andromeda, oh my god, I cannot. Like, those games, I don't want. Mass Effect Andromeda, I don't know if you guys have played that game. I haven't played it, but I've seen some gameplay, and I was just not impressed. And people now are kinda worried about the Mass Effect franchise, because we've had a couple of bad games of Mass Effect in a row. We cannot make it like that so for Star Wars. I mean, there's Mass Effect and there's Star Wars. I'm sorry, but Star Wars is just more known amongst people than Mass Effect. Mass Effect is just a video game. Star Wars is so much more than that. It's TV shows, it's fucking action figures, it's comics, it's video games, movies, it's everything. This is a huge franchise. Now that it's owned by Disney, it's gonna get even bigger. So now, if they make a good video game and make a good example of what a Star Wars Battlefront will be, you know, like, give us a reason not to go back to the PlayStation 2 version with, you know, unlimited mods and unlimited things to do in the game. Because I can tell you, that game in itself, that PlayStation 2 game, has gotten so big that it can rival any Star Wars games. Just because of the mods. Like, the mods, they're fucking insane. Custom maps, custom heroes, custom everything. You can do whatever the fuck you want, wherever the hell you want in that game. And they allow the mods to be there because they know that the fans want to do whatever the hell they want with it. And that might be just speculation, but that's what I think. Like, give us a game that will make us say, you know what, I'm not gonna go back to Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm going back to Star Wars Battlefront 2 EA. You know what I mean? That's all wow, I bombed that one. 37 kills and 5 deaths? Shit! Anyway, that's my spiel on Star Wars Battlefront 2. I do think it's going to be really, really good. I know it's going to be really good because they are actually listening to people and they're actually taking the effort, taking the time to make it a game that everybody's going to enjoy, not just hardcore Battlefield players or, you know, they want everybody to play this game and everybody to enjoy it, whether or not they like shooter games. So, guys, thank you for watching. If you took the time to sit through my gigantic spiel, and yeah, thank you for watching. And if you guys like this video, I do have other videos, not as talkative as this one, not as debatable as this one, but I do have other videos. I do play Dark Souls. I have a couple Bloodborne episodes out there, and I do have I have a Titanfall trophy tutorial. It took me 1,000,000 tries to get that fucking trophy, but I did it. And I do also play other games too. You just gotta check out my channel and subscribe if you guys like it and want to see more. And thank you guys. I will see you on the other